Is 6:18, and this morning we are joined with Dr. Servheen. How are you doing this morning, sir?
Good, very good. And you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for being on with us here on Montana this morning.
Happy to be here.
Now, there's an exciting event coming up this evening that I think a lot of folks in the Bozeman area and the greater Gallatin Valley may be interested in attending. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're going to have a conversation about bears and wolves tonight and the future of bears and wolves in Montana. So Doug Smith, who used to be the wolf leader in Yellowstone, who's now retired, and I will get up and talk with Todd Wilkinson about what's happening with bears, the future for bears, some of the threats they face, and how we can do better to assure their future.
And you've been studying bears for quite a long time with Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. So tell me a little bit about what you've noticed over the years about the grizzly bear population, their behaviors, and what's been changing.
Well, I started as the grizzly bear recovery coordinator in 1981, and then I was 35 years as the grizzly bear recovery coordinator for the Fish and Wildlife Service, and I retired in 2016. So when I started, there weren't many bears around. We had maybe 400 bears in Montana.
Wow.
And we were trying to recover the population. They were in deep trouble all the way around. There were very few bears outside Yellowstone Park. And we worked to build community support, to sanitize the area, to reduce mortalities. And we have more bears today. And we have bears in many places that they haven't been in over 100 years.
And what types of conversations are you hoping to have tonight with members of the public, with Doug Smith, everybody that'll be in attendance?
Well, we want to talk about the issues that bears face today. You know, we have some political challenges. People don't like wolves. Some people don't like wolves. They put killing mechanisms across the grizzly bear habitat that may result in dead bears. There's a lot of urban sprawl, people moving into Montana, living in places where grizzly bears used to live, people buying land, putting houses on it, all that affects wildlife. And then intensive recreation. We have a lot of people going into the backcountry and in the national parks. And all these people recreating has an effect on wildlife. And we need to try to balance the needs of bears and wolves with the needs of humans. And we're going to talk about that tonight.
I think definitely going to be an interesting and valuable conversation. So that'll be tonight in Bozeman at 7 o'clock. And then there's another chance to see both you and Doug over in Missoula. Is that correct?
Right. Tonight we'll be at the Emerson Center, and in Missoula next Wednesday we'll be at the Wilma Theater, and we'll do the same thing again.
All right. Very lovely. Well, Dr. Chris, sir, it's a pleasure to see you and great to have you here on Montana This Morning.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We're going to take a short break here on Montana This Morning. When we come back, though, Matt is going to have another look at that forecast.